Can you read with your hands? Sounds impossible? Well, that is how blind people read. A feat made possible because of an accident a 3-year-old child had in France 2 centuries ago. The child was Louis Braille. His father was a leather artisan. One day, little Louis was playing in his father's workshop with an awl, a small pointed tool used for punching holes in leather, when he accidentally jabbed himself in the eye with it. First the one eye and then the other got infected and little Louis went totally blind. At first he didn't know what was happening to him. He kept asking why it was so dark all the time. Luckily for Louis, his parents sent him to one of the world's first schools for the blind, the Royal Institute of Blind Youth in Paris. Its founder had devised a system of raised letters using the normal English alphabet, which the children could trace with their fingers, and that is how Louis first learned to read. But the books were difficult to make, costly, cumbersome, and fragile. So much so that initially there were only 3 such books in the school. One day, Louis Braille learned of a system called night writing. It was devised by Captain Charles Barbier of Napoleon Bonaparte's French army. Those days, soldiers used lamps to read combat messages after dark, making them easy targets for the enemy. Night writing could be read by the touch of your fingers, solving this problem. Over time, Louis refined the system to create what we know today as Braille. When Louis was only 15, he had completed a working model of Braille, the system that used 6 raised dots in different patterns to recreate the alphabet. Ironically, he used the awl, the same instrument that had blinded him, to create his raised dot communication system. Louis Braille stayed on at the institute where he studied for most of his life, becoming a professor of history and mathematics. Ironically, the school did not adopt Braille during his lifetime. In fact, they were actively opposed to it. Only after his death were the students able to pressurize the authorities into adopting the far superior Braille system. Over the next few decades, Braille became the standard system of writing and reading for the blind throughout the world, not just in French but in English and other languages too. By the mid-19th century, the French surname Braille had become the English word Braille, the word used to denote the system devised by Louis while still a mere schoolboy. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.